Before clocks, before calendars, before civilization itself, there was only the sky. Time was not something humans invented. It was something they slowly learned to notice. The earliest humans lived in a world where survival depended on patterns. The rising sun meant warmth, safety, and opportunity. The falling darkness meant danger, cold, and uncertainty. At first, time had no numbers, only meaning. Days were understood through light and darkness. Seasons were read through the behavior of animals, the growth of plants, and the shifting position of the sun in the sky. Time was not measured, it was experienced. But something remarkable happened. Humans began to observe more carefully. They noticed that shadows moved in predictable ways. A simple stick placed in the ground could create a shadow that changed position throughout the day. This was not just a shadow, it was a message. And from that message, the first tool of timekeeping was born, the sundial. Ancient civilizations like the ancient Egyptians refined this idea further. They divided the day into parts and began creating systems to track time more precisely. They didn't just watch time anymore, they started controlling it. Soon after, new inventions appeared. Water clocks measured time through the steady flow of liquid. Sand clocks used gravity itself to mark the passing of moments. Time was no longer tied only to the sky, it could now exist anywhere. This was a turning point in human history, because the moment humans began to measure time, they also began to organize life itself. Work, rituals, agriculture, religion, even sleep became structured around time. What started as observation became control, and what started as survival became civilization. What is time? It's a question so simple yet so deeply unsettling. We live inside time. We measure it, schedule it, chase it, and fear losing it. Yet if someone asks us to define it clearly, most of us fall silent. Time feels obvious, but it's not. Is time something that exists on its own, like space? Or it's something created by the human mind to make sense of change? The ancient philosopher Aristotle believed that time is not a thing by itself, but a measure of change. Without movement, without events, there would be no time. But centuries later, Saint Augustine approached this problem differently. He famously said, "If no one asks me what time is, I know. If I wish to explain it, I know not." This paradox reveals something profound. Time is deeply personal, yet universally shared. Then came science. Isaac Newton saw time as absolute, flowing steadily, the same everywhere in the universe, like an invisible river that never stops. But this idea didn't survive forever. In the 20th century, Albert Einstein revolutionized our understanding. He showed that time is not fixed. It's flexible. It can slow down, speed up, stretch, and even defer, depending on motion and gravity. Time, it turns out, it's not universal. It depends on where you are and how fast you move. This leads to an even deeper question. Does time actually flow? Or is that just how we experience it? Some modern physicists suggest that the past, present, and future might all exist simultaneously, that what we call now is simply a point our consciousness moves through. In this view, time is not a river flowing forward, but a landscape already complete, and yet we feel it passing. We feel aging, memory, anticipation. We remember the past, we imagine the future, and we live in the present that disappears the moment we try to hold it. So what is time? Is it physics? Is it perception? Or is it the bridge between existence and awareness? Perhaps time is not something we can fully understand, because we are not outside it, we are part of it. Civilizations that built time. Time didn't become precise overnight. It was shaped, refined, and perfected across civilizations. Each civilization didn't just measure time, it redefined humanity's relationship with it. Ancient Egyptians, time of the sun and the Nile. The Egyptians were among the first to turn observation into system. They watched the sky with devotion. The movement of the sun was not just light, it was order. Using sundials, they divided the day into parts, but they didn't stop there. They created water clocks to measure time even when the sun disappeared. For them, time was sacred, linked to the flooding of the Nile, to agriculture, and to the gods themselves. Babylonians, the mathematics of time. While Egyptians observed, Babylonians calculated. They developed the base 60 system, one of the most influential systems in human history. Because of them, we still use 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour. This was not random, it was mathematical elegance. They transformed time into numbers and numbers into structure. Ancient Greeks, the philosophy of time. The Greeks asked a different question. Not how do we measure time, but what is time? Thinkers like Aristotle explored time as a concept, not just a tool. For them, time became an idea, something to question, analyze, and debate. They transformed time from a practical tool into a philosophical mystery. Islamic Golden Age, precision and innovation. During this era, time became science. Muslim scholars refined astronomical calculations and built highly accurate instruments. Time was essential for prayer, navigation, and science. They improved mechanical clocks and developed precise observational methods. Time was no longer just observed or debated, it was engineered with precision. Medieval Europe, time enters daily life. Then came a revolution. Mechanical clocks appeared in cities. For the first time, time was no longer controlled by nature, it was controlled by machines. Church bells rang at exact hours, work began and ended on schedule. Time became discipline. Human life was no longer flowing freely. It was structured, divided, and controlled. From shadows to water, from stars to machines, time evolved with us. But in shaping time, we also allowed time to shape us. Past, present, and future. We think we understand time because we divide it into three simple parts: the past, the present, and the future. But what if this division is only an illusion? The past, memory, not reality. The past feels real, it feels solid, permanent. But in truth, it no longer exists. Everything that has ever happened, every moment, every emotion, every event, now lives only in memory. The past is not something we can return to, it's something we carry. It survives in stories, in history, and in the fragile architecture of the human mind. The present, the vanishing moment. The present is the only moment we ever truly experience, and yet it disappears instantly. The moment you try to define now, it has already become the past. Philosophers have struggled with this for centuries. Is the present even real if it cannot last? Or is it simply a boundary between what was and what will be? The future, possibility and imagination. The future does not exist, yet we constantly think about it. We plan it, fear it, imagine it. The future is not reality, it's possibility. And in many ways, it shapes our actions more than the present itself. A deeper idea. Does all time exist at once? Einstein's theory leads to a strange possibility. What if the past, present, and future are not separate? What if they all exist at the same time? Some physicists describe reality as a block universe, a complete structure where all moments already exist. In this view, time does not flow forward, we do. Our consciousness moves from one moment to another. So, what is time really? Is it a river carrying us forward? Or are we the ones moving through something already written? Is the future open or already waiting? How humans measured and divided time. Humans don't just live in time, they tame it. Once civilizations observed shadows, stars, and flowing water, they began asking a daring question. Can we capture time? Can we slice it into pieces and control it? From sundials to mechanical clocks, the first tools were simple: shadows and sticks. Then came water clocks, flowing, patient, relentless. Sand clocks poured time grain by grain. Time was no longer just felt, it was measured. But humans didn't stop there. In medieval Europe, mechanical clocks changed everything. Gears, weights, and pendulums allowed precise measurement. Hours became reliable. Minutes began to matter. For the first time, humans could organize life around fixed units of time: work, prayer, travel, study, all synchronized with the rhythm of the clock. The birth of seconds and minutes. But hours were too coarse. Humans wanted smaller fragments, more precision. The concept of dividing the hour into 60 minutes and each minute into 60 seconds came from the Babylonians. Astronomers used these tiny units to predict eclipses, navigate the seas, and chart the stars. Time became quantifiable, no longer an abstract flow, but a series of exact, countable moments. Atomic time, mastering the invisible. The quest for precision didn't end with mechanical clocks. In the 20th century, scientists created atomic clocks, using the vibrations of the atoms as the most accurate metronome ever. 1 second is now defined by 9,192,631,750 oscillations of a cesium atom. Time had been tamed at last, not by shadows, not by sand or water, but by the invisible rhythm of nature itself. The philosophy behind measuring time. By measuring time, humans changed their relationship with reality. Time was no longer a river flowing naturally. It became a tool, a framework, a discipline. And yet, every tick reminds us we are mortal, finite, and fleeting. Time is a gift, a cage, and a teacher all at once. The cosmos and time. Time is not only human, it's cosmic. The universe itself is a clock, a vast, intricate mechanism ticking across billions of years. Celestial movements, nature's timekeepers. Long before humans had sundials or atomic clocks, the stars and planets moved in predictable rhythms. The Earth spins on its axis, creating day and night. The Moon orbits the Earth, marking month. The Earth orbits the Sun, giving us years and seasons. Ancient civilizations looked up and realized that time is written in the sky. From eclipses to planetary alignments, the cosmos was the ultimate calendar. Gravity and time. Einstein's insight. Einstein taught us that the universe is even stranger. Time is linked to space and gravity. The stronger the gravity, the slower time flows. Near massive objects, time literally bends. This means that planets, stars, black holes all influence the passage of time. Even on Earth, clocks run slightly faster at the top of a mountain than at sea level. Because the gravity is weaker above, time is elastic, stretched and compressed by the universe itself. Cosmic cycles. Rhythm of life. The universe sets the rhythm of life on Earth. Seasons control agriculture, tides governed by the moon shape ocean life, daylight regulates sleep and biological cycles. Without the cosmos, humans could never have measured time accurately. Our seconds, minutes, and hours are echoes of celestial motions. The cosmos reminds us time is bigger than human schedules. It's older than civilizations. It flows in cycles and spirals we can barely perceive. In a sense, we are passengers in a cosmic clock, moving with planets, stars, and galaxies. Is time constant or variable? For centuries, humans believed time was absolute, a river flowing steadily, identical everywhere, unaffected by anything. This was Newton's vision. Time is a constant, the silent stage upon which the universe acts. But Einstein shattered this illusion. Relativity. Time is flexible. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, time is affected by speed. The faster you move, the slower your clock ticks. Time is affected by gravity. Near massive objects, time stretches and slows down. Time is no longer a rigid backdrop. It bends, wraps, and flows differently depending on your location and motion. Quantum perspectives. Is time fundamental? Modern physics asks a deeper question. Is time even a fundamental part of reality? Some quantum theories suggest that, at the smallest scales, time may not exist as we perceive it. It could emerge from the interaction of events rather than being a pre-existing container. This challenges our most basic intuition that seconds, minutes, and hours are real entities. Perhaps time is not something out there to measure, but something we experience. If time bends, stretches, and may even be emergent, the past is not fixed, it's reconstructed in memory. The future is not predetermined, it's a field of possibilities. The present is fleeting, a moment that slips the instant we try to hold it. Time is both a law of physics and a phenomenon of consciousness. It's absolute and it's relative. It's constant and it's variable. It's everything and nothing. Time is the canvas upon which life paints its story. It's both a friend and master, fleeting and eternal. Across history, thinkers have tried to capture its essence. Plato said, "Time is the moving image of eternity." St. Augustine reflected, "What then is time? If no one asks me, I know. If I wish to explain it to one that asks, I know not." Albert Einstein reminded us, the only reason for time is so that everything doesn't happen at once. Time as a teacher. Time teaches us impermanence. Every second reminds us of mortality. Every minute urges us to act. It's a river that cannot be held, yet it guides us. We measure it, calculate it, even fight against it. But it's ultimately the invisible hand shaping existence. Time as a mystery. Perhaps the true nature of time is beyond comprehension. It's real and illusory. It's personal and universal. It flows for us, and yet we flow through it. The ancients, the philosophers, the scientists all point to the same truth. Time is a paradox. It's life itself. Thank you for watching. Until next time.